morning. It is Wednesday morning, February 24th. We're still in the season of Lent. Today is the 7th day. Today, something very special. This is probably one of the most important tests. It's not the hardest test, but it might be one of the most important tests. I want to ask you, do you love God? Now, most of you, I'm assuming, would say, yes, I love God. In fact, the greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. But how can God really test your love for Him? How does God test our love for Him? The answer to that question is found in Deuteronomy chapter 13. So let's take a look. Deuteronomy 13, I'm going to start reading at verse 1. It says, "If a prophet or a dreamer of dreams arises among you and gives you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes true, concerning which he spoke to you, saying, 'Let us go after other gods, whom you have not known, and let us serve them.' You shall not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, for the Lord your God is testing you to find out if you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall follow the Lord your God and fear Him, and you shall keep His commandments, listen to His voice, serve Him, and cling to Him." So our scripture tells us that maybe a prophet or a dreamer. So in this original situation, we're looking at a spiritual leader, maybe a pastor or a Sunday school teacher or someone who is a spiritual leader. And they tell you something about some prophetic news or some dream in which they had. But what's really crazy is the prophecy or the dream comes true. And a lot of times we get amazed by those things. And so the test, though, is when that dreamer or that prophet, or in our day and age, that spiritual leader says, "See, I was right. I know more than you do about these spiritual things. Come, let's follow Baal. Let's follow Buddha. Let's follow the Islam religion." If any of them ever did that, then you would know that that prophet is false. That prophet is not true, and he's trying to lead you away from the one true God. And so it's very important. Here's how God tests our love for Him. He leaves these other religions of the world. He leaves these other faiths of the world to give you an alternative. Are you going to give Islam some of your heart? Are you going to give Buddhism some of your heart? Or whatever other faith or whatever other religion that's out there, are you going to give them some of your heart and your attention? It's not just the spiritual leaders, though. In verse 6, it says, "If your brother, your mother's son, your son or daughter or wife you cherish, or your friend who is at your own soul, entices you secretly, saying, 'Let us go serve other gods, whom neither you nor your fathers have known.'" And so it's not just the spiritual leaders. It's your brother, it's your mother, it's your wife, it's your friends. It's anybody who's out there that says, "Let's go serve another God." And then you realize that God is testing your love for Him. Are you going to listen to only Him? Are you going to serve only Him? Are you going to love only Him? Again, this is the test that Satan will use against Jesus. He already tested Jesus on whether or not Jesus would believe that God was not with him anymore. But Jesus was convinced God was with him. Regardless of the situation, Jesus believed that God was with him. Satan would also test Jesus in this matter right here. bow down to me, worship me, and I'll give you all the kingdoms of this world. But Jesus was confident. You shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Do you love God? Do you love God with your whole heart? The only way that God tests that is to present these other options for you. I pray that as we move towards resurrection, as we continue on this season of Lent, that your love for God would grow closer and closer and stronger, so that no matter how many other alternatives or options that are out there, that God will have every bit of your heart. I pray that you guys have a blessed, amazing day.